Philippe, you've said a couple of times now, you mentioned it earlier, that you had choices to make in the summer about staying here. Were there opportunities or offers for you?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I don't want to go into that. I just want to be in Glasgow. We talked about that, about the project, what it would be, what some people realize, the board realizes, about having a rebuild, having so many players leaving, and so many players also for free. So if 7 players leave for £0, it creates a hole in your budget. So you need to replace them by 7 players you need to pay to get the same again what you had before. And then you need to add also value to your squad. So it was a very difficult exercise for everybody, for recruitment, for the board, budget-wise, to do that in a good way. And that's the reality of this moment. So on the other side, we had, like I said, several players leaving the building also who played the last couple of years a lot of games and were important for the teams, like Lundström, like Barisic, like Emarouf, but they were all over their best period. So it's also a new cycle in that way, that you need to bring young players in who can be added value for the future in that way, but they need to perform directly also. So there were a lot of circumstances not making it easy to have a really easy transfer window. I would prefer to have the same team and then to add 2-3 quality players and to grow out of that. Was totally not the case. So it's the beginning of a new team in many ways. So everybody in the building understands that.
Can I ask about one player that's just came back, Nico Raskin? How big a season does this need to be for him, do you think?
I hope a really big one. So Nico has a lot of quality and he has a lot of competition also with a good player like Conor Barron. So it's going to be interesting with the two of them. But we have a lot of games. So this is going to be the season until end of January. So that's the next 4 months and a half that we will play every 3 days normally, for sure, for the internationals. It's something that never happened before in football, that there were so many games without a winter break. So we will need all those players to be at their best to perform in all the 4 competitions, because we have ambitions in all 4 competitions. It's not one competition that we throw away.
Is Nico currently at a level, do you see him every day at a level where he can fulfil what you think he can?
He's not at his best, of course, because he came out of an injury, but he's getting better and better to grow at his old level again. Yeah.
How important is Sunday's game in the aftermath of the last result?
Very important, because and the game after also, Oh. Yeah, if it's not interesting enough, you just tell me. No, that's the nice thing about here. Every game is super important because you can never lose points, you can never lose games, or almost never. Maybe if we go to Man U, people will understand, although we will go with ambition there to win also. So that's the nice thing about here. That's also the things the players need to embrace. That's also the things that I need to get into the heads of all the players who are new here. All these young players to learn these circumstances, to learn what it is to be a Rangers player. So that's a really interesting one. So good test on Sunday, because it's a team who did really well in these first 4 games. There's a lot of ambition. It will be their first Old Firm game, and they want to show themselves. So it's going to be a hard battle, we know, but I'm happy. I want every 3 days a good challenge and a good battle. That's the only way to grow.
I know it's early in the season and you always say it's a marathon, but can you not afford to drop any more points or fall further behind?
No, but that's a really negative question, so I don't think that way. I think about winning. But it's 43 games to go, so that's 102 points to play for. And it's about going every game to win these 3 points. Now next week, next month, the next months. So there's never a moment that it's good to lose points in this race, that we know.
Do you expect there to be added pressure on Sunday, from the travelling fans, just because of the last result?
I think some people will be, maybe more tense because of that. It can be. It was the same way when I came into the building in October, or even worse at that moment. I don't know. I need to focus. I cannot control what people are feeling or doing that moment. I need to be busy with the team. And I need to have a team on the field that from the first second wants to die for the shirt and want to win the game. That's what it's about.
Do you find with some new players that emphasising to them that playing Dundee United is as important as playing Manchester?
Yeah, of course.
Is that something your experienced players, and you still have a few, are able to help with?
Of course they need, because message from one person is never as strong as of several persons. That's why we need in that rebuilding also rebuild leadership in a group, about players in the group taking responsibility on the pitch and off the pitch and spreading the right message during the game and during training days and everything. So that's interesting also to see who steps in this role. In that way, I see a lot of positive things in Conor Barron. From the first moment he stepped into the building, that it's really somebody who wants to take responsibility and who wants to show quality every second and every training and every game. And he has also the mandate for me also to be demanding towards the rest in that way. So he will grow in this role also.
Because that was something that was quite big at Rangers 2 or 3 seasons ago, a leadership group, with obviously the captain at the heart of it and others. So there's the opportunity now for younger players to, even though they may be youthful, to still take that responsibility.
Yes, because it's not only about age, that's true. Although if you have age, you're more settled, you have more experience in all the circumstances football can have, in the good moments, in the bad moments, in all the situations on the pitch. So that helps. You have also more stature, maybe also towards the rest. If you played here 6-7 years and 300 or 400 games, that people listen faster to you than when you just come into the building. That's also normal. But the most important thing stays what you show on the pitch. And if you show quality there, then people listen also to you.
Sorry, what can Igamane bring to the squad? Should the fans, he showed some nice touches when he came on at Celtic. The fans get excited about him, you think?
Yes, he can bring a lot. He can be good in possession, but he's also somebody with a nose for scoring goals. And he's showing a lot of good things these last 2 weeks and the weeks before also. Otherwise, he didn't get a chance. It's now bringing him physically to the good level. So I'm very confident that he's going to be a huge asset for this season and the years to come.